In 3, 2, 1. I think it's the first time that Physical Support Fish has really, truly let us down. It's not true, he's let us down before. But always, we'll still love him. Well, grab the shell there, it's in the way. There is a shell jump that you can do to get through the level slightly faster. But it's physically in my path, so I'd rather grab it than kick it. I feel like the muscle memory for this stretch has gone sour. To go back and re-practice that. Definitely should not be losing P speed through that. That's okay. That will go on the list. That should be pretty easy to fix. Unlike Physical Support Fish, for which there is no replacement. Better. Physical Support Fish, that time, he was there for us. A little bit too much there for us, but still, I appreciate it. Our physical support fish is allowed on airplanes. I think you would need proper documentation for that. Unlike emotional support Agamas, they are not universally yet recognized among the medical community. Go, Aggie. Man, I love the pride version of the Sabuping. That is a good-looking fish. Alright, a little bit earlier on the split. It's about 354 there, due to World 1-3. But not something I'm stressing over. I've got plenty of other things to stress over. Any better pipes? Decent Yoshi. But I've seen better Yoshis. That one's defective. JP and English differences in Super Mario World. So the save prompt is slightly faster in JP, which is over the course of the run about 5 seconds difference. That's why I run this version. And then English cannot eat dolphins, but I actually don't eat dolphins in the route that I use through the level, so that doesn't impact me. When I first started learning this game, I was using the English version, so I just made a route that didn't require eating the dolphin, and then I kept that for JP runs as well. Is the English version dolphin safe? There is 67% less consumed dolphin in the English version. I can't promise that it's dolphin free though. Is there a route where eating the dolphins help? Yeah, depending on what pattern you want to go through on Vanilla Secret 2. There are some where eating a dolphin prevents you from getting bumped by him. But I'll be on top of that dolphin instead of worrying about it. So I don't have to deal with him. And it really just like a matter of a preference for like going through there, like whether you've got like a particular route through it. And why is that slowing down? Okay. Let's see if that's better. Can Yoshis eat agamas? Agamas are delicious, but not recommended for a Yoshi diet. Also, I have no idea how this is going to affect the spawn patterns. Whether there's anything on a global timer that I have to worry about now. Okay, back to P-speed here. Don't bonk. Looks like there's nothing different. Alright, time loss, but not impacting the run. I would actually have a good Morton to compete against is probably going to be more noticeable here. Used to be like a free 10 to 15 seconds. Now that is not true. Like, even up through Ludwig is pretty good. That's okay, I can deal with playing against red splits. As long as I know, like, where places in the run exist to gain time, I don't worry about being super far behind at the beginning if I'm competing against a good run. I guess if you ever are a speedrunner and find yourself in that problem, where you have old splits that start off really good, you can just change them. Splits are arbitrary. It's the end of the game that matters. So if you don't want to see a whole bunch right at the start, you can fix that. Can you Yoshi fly with no cape? Yes. If you get a blue shell, Yoshi can fly. There is one spot in the run where that is used. Butter 2 has a blue shell pickup for it. Now you can't get a blue Yoshi, which means you can't fly in a whole bunch of places for anything useful in this route, but there is one spot with a shell. Okay, recover that way. I will take it. But we're getting slow up here. Alright, this could be tight. And Drabo's in a bad spot now. Just gonna wait the cycle around. So 12 seconds lost there. Which is more than we get for killing Morton with fire. Being crushed would be the worst possible outcome. Alright, so that's probably like a 10-15 there. So we'll have to make up some ground. We know where it is. It is in Wendy in particular. And a little bit in Roy. Probably have 30 seconds in Roy and then another minute or so in Wendy. Clock. That was close. Almost got rebounded by the blue shell. Alright, do I go aggressive on the Paracoopas here? Or do I play it safe? Not have to worry about picking up backup flowers. Let's just play it safe. Functional green beans, so nice. It's been a while since I've had broken green beans. I had a stretch where it was like 6 or 7 runs in a row that the green beans were just so totally broken I had to go actually clear them off the screen to respawn. Because the second and third one were both that inoperable. Get back here, Yoshi. Thank you. Okay, bomb's in a bad spot. Let's see where bomb number 2 is. Better spot. So the bombs are on a global timer, which means if you have any delays or changes in how you run across that first section, they'll be coming through those 2 spots where you need to jump across them at different times. So that's one where it really pays to have really good consistency for making that second half smoother. And no dolphins were harmed in this level. Although maybe they should be. Just so that they don't get too proud of themselves. I swear to jumping to Melmon like, no, the poisonous and acidic waters of Melmon Lake would strip the flesh from their bones instantly, Tipo. Is dolphin spawn consistent? Yes. Dolphin spawn is the same every time. So that's something where you can actually have a deliberate and practiced route through all those jumps. I don't know if actually the pod at the end is consistent, but you're gonna be doing a different swimming technique to avoid having to even wait for the pod. But all the individual dolphins are the same. He tried to be frisky. He was denied. I pick up a little bit of time on that vanilla stretch, because I did have to pick up the backup power-up. And then the bridge of snoozing. Alright, this time don't fall asleep on the bridge. It's so hard though. It's so hard. the other side, we get all of the delicious butter. So much butter. Gotta say, the creamy butter, not worth it. Not worth waiting. Just buy your butter at the grocery store. Alright, Butterbridge one done. Wake back up. Make sure I get P-speed here. The flying speed of Yoshi, as long as you don't ever release the run button, will stay at P-speed in midair. And if you don't do that, you actually don't have enough distance to finish this level. Full flying speed, not fast enough. You have to have P-speed flying speed. Something you can use a couple other places as well. Like back in Vanilla, when I grabbed the blue shell there. I also took advantage of Yoshi's faster flying speed by not releasing run. It's not like it's a huge distance you're crossing in that case, but it does save you like a second or two. Scary jump there. Just having to slow down on that jump is what makes it scary. Past the Koopa's end. Fast, Ludwig. That'll pick up some time. So we're gonna be ahead going into Forest Illusion. We still have the big pickups to get on Roy and Wendy, especially Wendy. And try not to fall behind on Valley Bowser. But in theory, we could pick up on everything. That'd be wonderful. Good clunk right there. Sub 19 Ludwig, very happy with that. That's why I'm going to be seeing a lot of these runs. Excuse me, thank you. Alright. One's done, two's done. Once we get the clip, basically. And I'm going to still be going for the third spot for it. The first spot here, fast as you get it right away, but it has a pretty long setup time to wait for this urchin to go all the way up and down each attempt. So a relatively small number of chances before you actually lose time doing it. Same thing with the second spot there. That also requires making sure that you get the urchin despawn so that you're not competing with it. I'll go away. And first try. So we got to set up for it 75% on that spot for attempts. If you don't have a setup for it, then it is worse than 75%, but still like at least 25% regardless of what vertical height you're at. Is it 2? Or are there actually zeros? There might actually be zeros, but trying it will reset your vertical height. Glitch pass by taking hits, so the urchin you can't damage boost through. If you want to keep Yoshi with you. Be kind of tricky to pick him back up again. Underwater Yoshi grabs are not fun. Hey, Too Many Reaps, welcome in. Trying to improve my SMW time here. We got a slight improvement earlier in the night. See if we can get something bigger this time. It was 19.5 seconds better for the first finished run. Yoshi clip subpixel, yes. At least as far as my understanding of the game is. It's basically a height-based thing that every time that you flip off a Yoshi and then land back down, it's going to move your vertical height in a subpixel way. And it's a combination of subpixels and then also frames for whether you can do the clip. I think somebody asked earlier, like, what are the tricks in the run versus, like, execution stuff? That's really, like, the only trick. Whereas pretty much everything else is execution. Like, there is not a lot of things that are glitchy physics that you really have to worry about in this speedrun. It is a lot more about landing what you can do. Okay, got bridges 1 and 2. Yeah, specifically that trick works by mounting Yoshi while going through the corner of a block so that Mario is inside the block after landing on him. And that's why his height matters. I'm not quite sure the frame matters, but there's a lot of things in Super Mario games where it's only checking certain types of collisions on certain frames. So I can imagine that is what is making it frame-based as well. Alright, good clunk there. But my arch nemesis chocolate has arrived. So many good runs have gone to die in the chocolate aisles. Thanks, Dino. Delicious and deadly chocolate, that is true. High in saturated fats. It's not that I don't like the chocolate levels, it's that a lot of really finicky jumps exist in these for optimal times. So, in order to have like a safe chocolate, you'd have to really slow down a whole bunch. But some of the levels are like really cool in terms of execution. Alright, last one, that's perfect. Look at that ghost house. It's so fun. It's scary, but fun. Choose your own chocolate. That's this one. This is the one that changes depending on your time and coin counts. Which is why we get this atrocity of a section. But it's got such a great one if you can land it. That one's really finicky because you've got these very heavily sloped platforms at like 45 degrees plus. And this game doesn't really deal well with sloped platforms in a lot of ways. So like that's the real problem I have with that one, is that you can have platform issues like clipping through things and other nastiness. Speaking of which, we had a phenomenal clip through a wall in this one. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Football Chuck. That's just RNG. Unfortunately, you cannot control the footballs in this. It's one of the few spots where you just have like zero control over what's going on, and I am not in the right grip for this. I don't remember if I can fix that later. I've got different controller grips for different levels, and I realized going through the pipe that, oh wait, wrong grip. Let's fix that here. A little better. This is another place where the really steep angles could get you. Like, the ideal route goes through there with P-Speed. And especially on that very last one, which is like a 60-degree angle, if you hit it on the wrong pixel, just completely eat your P-Speed and you die. Like, zero way to react to it. That's the reason why I go through there a bit slower. If you were not at full P-Speed, then I've never seen it happen that it grabs onto you. For some reason that screen scroll, like, maybe 25% of the time just refuses to scroll. Lots of really weird glitchy stuff in a couple places. Yeah, Chocolate's one of the ones that's like most notorious for bad angles. Like they did it all over the place of these really narrow ledges and places that are gonna cause you problems that way. Well, time's good. There was our gains. Now, just to not choke them in the Valley of Bowser. Great clunk right there. I didn't slow down a lot there, which means we might not despawn the boomerang at the end. Yeah, it's gonna spawn. And I do not feel like swimming through it. This one's super slow because you have to wait for that one to go around, and then also you miss the cycle to go up on this side, so it's a double loop. Second one, at least, you only have to do one loop, wait for it. So I didn't really expect is that holding down the sprint button when you're in midair like this actually makes you maneuver faster. Strange and crazy Mario tips. But I'm not sure why it would ever apply to your life. And yet, there they are. Good orb. Well, there's lots of time to save in lots of places. Right now I'm just targeting a 40-minute run here. I do a couple of things for safety, like grabbing the mushroom here. Like cutting those out would be a couple seconds here and there, but it's much better to have like very deliberate big time savings. Like there's a couple of levels where I could save 15 or 20 seconds with individual tricks being practiced. And that's at a point where it's worthwhile going at the point to try and improve them. Have to wait for this one. Here we go. One bat out of place for me. Didn't have a great strategy for him. And bonk there. Alright, so I have to wait for the cycle here. Yeah, like the ghost rings you can swim through there as small Mario. I think it'd be better to try and get, like, the first one especially, a consistent despawn. I've got a despawn technique that is, like, 1 in 4. And that's when, like, you could reasonably try a 1 in 4 for a couple seconds of time savings there, and it's no penalty for going for it, really. Because just maybe losing a quarter second trying to despawn it. That's the type of thing, like, improvement-wise, you could go for stuff like that. You could go for more difficult tricks, or there's, like, individual levels where, like, entire route differences would be substantial for improving my times in those. And those are the ones that are probably the best to go and optimize. Like, once I get consistently clean runs, and that's still a ways away. Is to start turning up the difficulty in a couple spots. Hey, actually got the jump up there. That is a really tight jump to get there without having to wait for the cheese to rise. This time we're not going for that. Just wait that cycle out. Wow, Resner, you're gonna do this? Okay. Make me sweat there. So one sweaty Resner fight later. We've got a good time on Valley Fortress. Going in the back door. And let's see if we can keep this up. Obviously, I've not repaired my controller in between these two attempts, so, good luck on Bowser. Let's go. Yeah, the Resner fight, the fireball timing is random, and unfortunately the practice card, there's something that the practice card lets you do to retry rooms, but it gives you the same RNG every time because it saves it at the start of the room. So like the Resner fight, Wendy's pipe patterns and things like that, those are all kind of predetermined on room entrance. And as a result, it's tougher to practice them because you have to redo the entire level to get a different pattern on it. I would love if the practice card just had random Resners. And you could do the fight and then redo it with a different pattern and really grind those out quickly. Okay, this is the phase where controller is most persnickety. Because you have to be doing sideways jumps and then throw up afterwards. I think what my controller does is when I roll the D-pad between like diagonal and up, it drops the direction for a little bit. And that causes the Koopa to just like bloop down the side instead of being thrown up. Like that. Okay, still recovered. As long as it doesn't bonk on the side, then you don't lose a ton of time on that. If you have to wait for the cannonballs again, then you lose a ton of time. Hey there, BDJVP. I love that lurk emote. It turned out so well. I was super happy with it. No, please give me my Koopa back. Controller. There we go. And time ends when Peach falls out of the car. Now, 39:51, there we go. We got the sub 40.